My name is Kristie Jarchow. Today is Saturday, March 19th, 2016, the 25th anniversary of National Quilting Day. I'm telling my quilt story from the International Quilt Study Center and Museum in Lincoln, Nebraska. The quilt I wanted to bring today is a portrait quilt of my mother, Caroline Mueller. I knew I was going to do this. Anyway, when she passed away a few years ago, I didn't think that I was going to do much quilting, and so because my mom and I did a lot of quilting together, I'm the youngest of 10 and I have 7 sisters, and I am the one who spent most of the time with my mom quilting. In her later years, we started quilting. I hooked her up with Project Linus, and we started making several quilts. She loves to hand quilt, so I pieced the tops and she would do all the hand quilting. And we probably made hundreds together and donated them. When she got sick in the last year and then passed away, it was really hard to face quilting without her. So I kind of put it aside. But in my mind, I thought about collecting and doing some type of a memorial or project. So I don't normally collect blue fabrics, but I started collecting blue fabrics everywhere I went. And I ended up with a palette of 21 different shades of blue fabrics, and I got the idea of using my mother's portrait, which that was taken approximately when she was 16 years of age at a fair, in a fair booth. And I love that picture so much, and so I decided to try and do a pixelated version, something that she probably wouldn't like because she doesn't like pictures of herself, or does she like things that are kind of arty, but she likes functional quilts. But I felt this was a process that I needed to go through. So once I collected the fabrics, I just decided to figure out a way to incorporate all of that into the portrait. And I used a program for cross stitch, which kind of helped me place the colors and make it look pixelated. And so I started putting the pieces together, and I did them in blocks of 100 squares. They're 1.5 inch squares, so finished at 1 inch. And the entire quilt has 1,960 squares in it. And so I did the 100 blocks in each little section, and then started piecing it together. And my sewing room is really small, but I got the idea to use my camera to see what it looked like, and it just really came alive. And I had a block that was just her eye, and it was just so amazing. So I just pushed forward on it and ended up finishing it. It's very heavy because of the process that I used, but and I didn't use very much quilting because my mom was a hand quilter, and she believes also that quilts are really a quilt if you hand do them, and I really couldn't do that, so I thought I won't put very much quilting on here because I had to do it by machine. So anyway, that is how this came to be, and it's called So Blue because obviously it was a really hard time for me to work through. Plus, I don't know where this palette of blue came from, but that's what I went with.